just within reach, till that voice brought me back to your door. You don't want to hurt me, don't want to tell me no lies. Oh, if I could do just one thing tonight, it'd be to change your mind. Lord, you know it's gonna hurt me. You gotta tell me goodbye. Oh, this morning there's not a damn thing I can do to make you change your mind. Oh, to change your mind. Thank y'all so much. I don't recall all the names of my lovers, and I can't be sorry for that. You gotta know you much more than the others, and I'm sorry if I put you last. But I didn't see the gap between us getting wide, and I'm playing catch up, but I'm still behind. So tell me it ain't too late to put up a fight. This time I should have known better. Oh, but I spent my life living on bridges, biding my time, avoiding decisions, suspended between my poor traditions, saying it's not my time, it ain't my time. Oh, but I'm gonna find a way tonight. I'm gonna try and make it right. We're gonna cross it or jump it tonight. Oh, and you're gonna love me if it's the last thing I do. I'm used to hedging my bets on a heartache, and that hasn't got me too far. And I barely threw my reserve of tomorrow, so I'll hitch to this rusty old star. So come on, baby, let's hit up the other side. Well, it ain't gonna be perfect, but it'll be alright. With both these kid gloves that are getting too tight. This time I'm gonna do better. Oh, but I spent my life living on bridges and biding my time, avoiding decisions, suspended between my poor traditions, saying it's not my time, it's not my time. Oh, but I'm gonna find a way tonight. I'm gonna try and make it right. We're gonna cross it or jump it tonight. Oh, and you're gonna love me if it's the last thing I do. You're gonna love me if it's the last thing I do. Thank you. That song is called Bridges, and that's the title track off my only record. This will be a little confusing, but I was playing as Golden Child up until recently, which is mostly just my stuff. I got a CD for sale in the back, and that's also how to find me on Spotify and Apple Music. But my name is Wiley Gaby. Decided to be myself, which is, until I get that solo record out, is a little confusing trying to market your music. But those two songs are two of mine. They're both on that Golden Child record, if y'all want to check it out. And this next song is a song by one of my favorite singer-songwriters and one of my good friends, Teresa Jimenez, who is also from the panhandle of Florida like me. And this is one of her songs and one of my favorites, called Plains of Wyoming. Long gone, you're long gone, you're so far gone I can't even call. From the hills of Vermont to the Golden Coast we set to roam, and with stars in my eyes I abandoned my childhood home. You're long gone, you're so far gone I can't even call. In the caves of Kentucky, you echoed your name on the stone. Down in high Colorado, the whipping wind filled me with hope. Stars in Montana that gave you the gift of my heart, and in the plains of Wyoming you swore to me we'd never part. You're long gone, you're long gone, you're so far gone I can't even call. Your pioneer fancy was more than one country could hold. And when destiny lured you with danger, I had to let go. Watch you fly to that frontier that only the bravest have known. Stalwart and sturdy, I never would call myself bold. You're long gone, you're long gone, you're so far gone I can't even call. As the polar winds blow, do you think of me here on the phone? Science sustain you. I put a new love in my arms. I took a chance on you, baby, but gambling's a sin after all. You're long gone, you're long gone, you're so far gone I can't even call. Long gone, you're so far gone I can't even call. You're long gone, you're so far gone I can't even call. Thank y'all. Be sure to check out Teresa Jimenez, where all digital music is served. It's my first time in Galveston. It's my first time in Texas. And it has been amazing so far. I just want to say that Galveston is one of the most beautiful places, and it reminds me a lot of home, which is North Florida originally, even though I live in Brooklyn now. But it was really, really great to drive in and be near the water and meet lots of new people, eat lots of good seafood. Joel, thanks so much for having us here. I'm on tour with Great Aunt, who is here from Australia, and I'm so happy to be tagging along on their amazing American adventure. I'm so grateful that y'all are letting me play with y'all. It's an honor. And thanks to everybody for coming out this afternoon. I'm a big fan of Galveston. Dallas, we have some things to work out between us. Mostly it's that heat. 107 degrees is just too damn hot, y'all. I mean, I'm from the armpit of Florida, and that's still too much for me. This is just right here, though. Your mama's been dead for 20-odd years. I can see her tonight through this kitchen of tears. Your barking is loud and your hair ain't as great, but you're just like your mama when you act that way. Your mama's been dead for 20-odd years. 10 in the grave, another 10 to your tears. And while the memories are fleeting and the fun ones are few, I look back to find they've all been painted by you. Oh, Mary Lou, you've forgotten all the things I learned from you. Oh, Mary Lou, you've forgotten you ain't me and I ain't you. And Mary Lou, I've forgiven, though you never asked me to. No, it's just something you told me to do. Daddy's been dead for longer it seems, and there's a pain when I realize just how long it's been, 'cause the memories linger like smoke in the cold, and the time spent with him was more precious than gold. As I see him tonight in the lines of your face, there's a story you told me that time won't erase. From his fist to your mouth, from your mouth to my heart, I guess pain keeps a family, pain keeps a family from falling apart. Forgotten all the things I learned from you. Oh, Mary Lou, you've forgotten you ain't me and I ain't you. And Mary Lou, I've forgiven, though you never asked me to. No, it's just something you told me to do. We're still alive for a few more years. You can spend them with me or you can spend them with fear. But on the words that you told me, you can lay all the blame. Son, deep down inside, we're all just the same. it's just something you taught me to do. You've had your moments taking me down. I've run some freight trains right through the ground, but I'm done with the hellscape of shame. Won't go down through your hellscape of shame. Won't go down through your hellscape of shame. Thank you. Thank you. That's a new song that I wrote for my dad, which might be a little weird because it's called Mary Lou, and I refer to him as such, but that's his mother's name, which is what I like to call him when things aren't going great, which means when he's misbehaving. Just a little tune about intergenerational trauma and stuff like that. Raise your hand if you got some. I asked this in earnest, that's not important. I can change the song, but is profanity excluded from this? Is anybody going to be offended by the F word? If you are, I will not sing the song. Okay. All right. Cool. I just want to make sure. I don't want to make my first show in Galveston my last. All right. Perfect. Because then I'm going to say fuck in this one song coming up. I'll say it's sweet, though. I'm going to do a couple more songs for y'all before Great Aunt gets up here and rips it to pieces. Another Sunday night, getting medicated. Tick-tock, one more till you're obliterated. Oh boy. Broken eggshell, splash of bourbon. Time to catch hell and another slurry sermon. Oh boy. Lay it on me, son, go ahead and witness. From your fairy tale to moral fitness, preach it, boy. Don't mean to poke a hole in your paradise, but I didn't come looking for your love or your lonely life. You can love me, you can hate me, but your feelings will no longer make me. I don't give a fuck no more. You can want me, you can tell me, but your demons will no longer haunt me. I don't give a fuck no more. So no more. Diamonds made of clay, men made of cancer, broken bones and stolen answers. Good old boy. Fish made of shame, kisses made of danger. Send them on to a total stranger. Good old boy. Do you think your sins will be forgiven just because you keep them hidden? Oh, well, good luck, boy. I ain't trying to poke a hole in your paradise, but I got no use for your love or your lonely life. You can love me, you can hate me, but your feelings will no longer make me. I don't give a fuck no more. You can want me, you can tell me, but your where a guitar solo will be. So if anybody wants to suggest one or hum along, I'll make you a co-writer. But I didn't come looking for your love or your lonely life. You can love me, you can hate me, but your feelings will no longer make me. I don't give a fuck no more. You can want me, you can tell me, but your demons will no longer haunt me. I don't give a fuck no more. So no more. So save your breath, you ain't got long. Save your breath, you ain't that strong. Oh, you can choose me, you can use me, but you're getting it all or you lose me, 'cause I don't come in parts no more. Thank you. Thank y'all. That's the new one too. I'm gonna do one more old song and then a real old song by somebody who writes songs better than me. But I'm from North Florida, just south of Tallahassee. I love a little place called Crawfordville. It's the county seat of Wakulla, which means nothing to anybody here, but I grew up in the middle of the woods, which was a magical place because it saved me, protected me from some of the people around who weren't quite ready to deal with a Gaby. But I love where I'm from, and I love the South, and I love Florida, and you had to get very far away from it to realize maybe, how important it was to me, and also that it's fucking my place too, just as much as it is anybody else's. So running from home is a thing we all do, but I don't like being forced out of a place. So anyway, this is about my home. Down a dusty Florida road, looking back on years of so much change and pain and love, packing up my strength, so scared to walk away, brave enough to fake a smile as I watch the falling rain of the driest eyes I've ever seen, walking away. Oh, it's a cold, lonely night, and Chicago's a long way from home. If I close my eyes, well, I can still see that dusty Florida road. Oh, and I'll keep on sanity's side. Found a way to keep afloat when the cold winds came my way. Oh, but a pair of lying eyes never was enough for me, and I just walked away. Oh, it's a cold, lonely night, and Chicago's a long way from home. If I close my eyes, well, I can still see that dusty Florida road. Oh, and I'll keep on sanity's side. That one-way ticket might have been my last goodbye. Making plans to leave again, like somewhere else just gonna change. This dream that's got a one foot in the grave and a real loose grip on grace. It's a cold, lonely night, but I'd always have a place to come back home. If the time ain't right, I'll be walking down that dusty Florida road. Oh, and I'll keep on sanity side. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks again to Oak Quarter Cafe and to Galveston and to all y'all for having us. Thanks to Great Aunt for having me along on this journey. And thanks to my hero, Dolly Parton, for writing this song about a red-headed woman who's a little more suspicious than the one I'm traveling with. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 oh, please don't take him even though you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, flaming locks of auburn hair with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I just can't compete with you, Jolene. Well, I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 oh, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 oh, please don't take him even though you can. You can have your choice of man that I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. No, no. Jolene, 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 oh, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Y'all wanna sing along? Come on. Jolene, 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 oh, please don't take him even though you can. Jolene, 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 oh, please don't take him even though you can. Thank y'all so much. I'll stick around for Great Aunt. Thanks for being here.
explicit than he was about 5 days ago. He was apologising for one profanity. We're not going to cuss. We're not going to cuss. We're nice girls. It's been a process of about 3 years for us to come and say hello in Galveston. We've been trying to come here for a while. We are so delighted to be here. We're so honoured to be here. This feels like home. Thank you for being part of our intimate audience today. We appreciate you very much. We're just excited in general to be part of a community of music and you don't know anything about temperature until you've been to Australia. So Dallas has got nothing on 100 and something degrees is nothing. That's our daily reality. We're fine.
Wiley was breaking a sweat on stage in Dallas, and we were still wearing all of this.
We were wearing our 7 layers of clothing.
I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
We think we might have reached a beautiful high point of our tour here at Old Quarter. So we're going to play a song in honour of that to start. This is called It's All Downhill From Here.
To my love, but they won't even know I'm gone. It'll be some days, for I missed it all. They won't know that I'm gone. This ticket is a one-way fare. It always was downhill from here. I lost your gaze and your hand. You don't know the half of it. We waited here in wooden seats. Yours was there right next to me. I'm sitting here in the light. There's still a place, but not for long. For something else to take your mind off the life that we had. Waiting there while you roam. Wrote a letter to my love, but they won't even know I'm gone. It'll be some days, for I missed it all. They won't know that I'm gone. I lost your gaze and your hand. You don't know the half of it.
Thanks, folks. We appreciate it. All right, it's time for me to show you my Buc-ee's socks. Do you like? Yeah, these were bought at one of the many Texas Buc-ee's. We went to one of them in Tennessee.
It's like a theme park with a gas station. And the cleanest restrooms you can ever find on the road. It was magical. I bought my niece a little shirt, and that's the best thing I've ever done as her aunt. So I don't think we're great aunt at all. We're probably below average aunt.
We are excellent aunt now because we have Buc-ee's gifts. So we don't have anything like Buc-ee's in Australia. So we're just clearly very uncivilized there. We were told to get beaver nuggets, and we got them, and they were delicious and terrible at the same time. So the reason I'm showing you my Buc-ee's socks is because I have a stomp box down here, and I'm going to stomp on it. And it sounds better if you just do it in Buc-ee's socks. This is a song called Tell Me When It's Over. It was the first song that Megan wrote for Great Aunt at a point where we were coming from very different musical backgrounds. I am a jazz drummer by training, and Megan is you wouldn't know it to look at her. She's a punk and hardcore guitarist and vocalist.
I've calmed down a lot.
She's calmed down a lot.
Not really, but...
So she wrote this song for this thing called Great Aunt. And it's all about the melody, and it's about... the message of the song is about looking out for each other and building community in difficult times, in times where we have an epidemic of mental ill health, and we have a pandemic, and we have politics. It's great to have an eye out for each other.
And we're all really great at showing up to the weddings and the 21sts and all those monumental events and even the funerals, but checking on each other in between is probably more important.
Looking after each other in the mundane moments. So this is called Tell Me When It's Over, and it's got a stomp and a clap. And if you'd like to do either of those in that order or not in that order, please feel free.
It's freeform jazz from this point on.
You can Gloria Estefan it and turn the beat around if you so choose.
Time will tell us when it's over, the quicker it comes. For some others, there's no omen, only morning means nothing at all, except for their lovers. Told my brother I can't go on. I found failure every corner I turn. There's no purpose, and hope is lost. And there's no kindness, and strangers no more. It's a funeral and it's a farce. I found faith in nothing, there's no trust. Say a prayer for me, for I'm lost. See each other for what we are. Time will tell us when it's over, the quicker it comes. For some others, we can wonder, congregating together for loss. We should do better. Drop your armor, let down your guard. Never felt warmer against two beating hearts. Drop your armor, let down your guard. Never felt warmer against two beating hearts.
Thank you, folks.
So, that was a very happy sounding song, but had quite a sad subject matter about it. This next song sounds kind of devastating, but it's about positivity. This is what we do at Great Aunt headquarters.
We like that strange juxtaposition of sad-sounding things that are about happy subjects and then the opposite. This was our reminder to ourselves that we're exceptionally lucky. Look at us, we're in beautiful Galveston. So who would imagine a couple of silly Australians could be in such a lovely place? This is about optimism and positivity, and it sounds like a funeral march. It's called head up.
Head up, girl, you don't cry no more. Now life is good and the water it flows. And the water it flows. Stand up, girl, and hold your head up high. Get the sun on your face and let them tears dry. And the water it flows. Move on, girl, 'cause there's no end. With your glass half full, you got more than them. And the water it flows. And the water it flows to the river mouth. Wash your hands clean, lay your burdens down. And the water it flows.
Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. That's an old one. We don't play that one very often. It's on an old CD that we our first EP that we put out I think it's about 4 years ago now. But
And I know that there's definitely one person in the audience.
yeah, but I know
has
that
it.
maybe one or two folks who've been very, very kind to us and supporting us from a very long way away might have heard that before. So it's kind of fun to get to play it. We only wrote a couple of songs in the course of our incredibly long lockdown in Melbourne, Australia. So we had the very dubious honour of being the most locked down city in the world. We beat Buenos Aires by about a week.
About 10 days, I think.
Yeah, we had stay-at-home orders for 267 days. So we couldn't go more than two and a half.
It was a bit shit.
Yeah, a bit shit is a way to put it. We couldn't go more than 2.5 miles from our house. We didn't know what miles were, so we weren't constrained by that. That was my excuse to the police. I don't know what a mile is. You'll have the imperial system. We have the metric system.
It's so confusing.
Australia is.
I couldn't succeed in like maths in the metric system. This is just.
Let's all be confused together.
Yeah.
And we were all pretty afraid and uncertain about what was happening, and found ourselves, in our house, fighting with our friends on the internet and disagreeing about a lot of stuff, and we were all upset about various things, and ironically and fortunately, it was the best paid we've ever been as musicians. We were really well supported by our government.
We were actually quite sad when things opened back up and we had
Yes.
and we had to start working hard again.
I'll take those checks.
Now we're poor again.
Keep them rolling. But it was a really divisive time. Maybe you all experienced that as well. It's not something any of us imagined living through, I think. So we wrote this song as a feeling on what it was to grow apart from people, from friends. That's okay. That's a natural and normal thing that happens in the course of our lives. We become different people as a function of our circumstances. So this is a love letter to a friend. We named it for a show that we watched a lot of in lockdown called Schitt's Creek. Do you all know what Schitt's Creek is? Yeah, it's really great.
Imagine how much of that you can watch in 267 days. And that's how much we watched it.
About 5 times through the series. There's a line in that show where 2 of the main characters sort of bid each other facetiously goodbye. They say, "Best wishes, warmest regards to you." So this is warmest regards.
I lost you, my friend. We didn't make it in the end. It's just the way it is. And there's nothing to be said except so long and farewell. I wish you well. We had our differences, learn to live with them, but some things were said were more than opinion, and you would start a fire, and I would put it out, and I'm just too tired to deal with the fallout. It's so long and farewell. I wish you wondering how we're worlds apart, and I was wondering how we'd come so far. And now I'm sending my warmest regards. How does a friend not know a friend? You, my friend, didn't make it in the end. It's just the way it is. There's nothing to be said, and I would start a fire, and you would put it out, and now I'm just too tired to deal with the fallout. Wondering how we're worlds apart, and I was wondering how we'd come so far. And now I'm sending my warmest regards. just the way it is, and there's nothing to be said.
Thanks, folks. We appreciate it. The lesson there is don't ever cross great aunt. We'll write a song about you.
We'll come for you on the internet.
Do you want to do a bit of resonator? That sound good? Yeah. Megan normally has the very lovely luxury of playing this beautiful steel string, a resonator that gifted to her by her dad.
Greatest dad's gift ever.
Best ever gift from a dad to a daughter.
And I know he's tuning in right now from back home in Australia, so that's not the reason why I'm saying it, but I know he was as sad as I was that I wasn't bringing it along for the ride, but excess baggage from Australia. But this very lovely Martin, American-made Martin, does a very good job of approximating a slide, a steel string guitar. So we'll do We'll do an older song. This is a kind of fun and silly, swampy, bluesy tune that. We actually got on so there's a Songwriters Award in Australia, and of all the songs of ours, this is the one that got on the long list for the Songwriters Awards, the Australian Songwriters Awards. It doesn't even have a chorus.
Doesn't have a verse.
It has a little bit of a verse.
It defies all the usual lovely
song formulas. The recommended approach to writing a song. We did not follow it at all.
What it does have, though, is a riff, which everybody loves a good riff, and it's got something approximating the blues scale. And we wrote it about the feeling of getting lost in technology and caught up in the social media trap, and how silly it is to compare yourself to other people. You know, life is best lived outside of the internet, and we've called it fear of missing out, or FOMO. Is it loving the humidity? It's about 80% humidity today in Galveston, and
That sounds good. Makes sense that the Bucky Socks has come out again for this one. favorite sound. slipping, sliding down. Waiting, waiting, no one's round. I fear I'm missing out.
Thank you, folks.
So this next song is going to be our single. We actually we're at the start of this tour, which was about almost 3 weeks ago now. We were actually finishing the mix for it, and it's ready to be sent for mastering. And we've got another song that we'll also play for you that's the complete opposite of this style, but we're also going to release at the same time because we figure if you don't like this one, you'll probably like the other one.
You've got to diversify. And
we like to hedge our bets.
hedge your bets.
This song is about all the silly commentary or questions that Chelsea and I have been asked along our way, and we know that we've only been asked those questions because we're women, and that we otherwise wouldn't get asked them. Now look, at one show a fine fellow did correct me, and he said that his wife asks him to smile more as well, so that no one else knows that they're miserable.
It's about all of the...
So I do need to write a verse for him at some
absolutely,
point.
Absolutely. But generally this song is about women and for women and anyone who identifies with more feminine energy and vibes. It's there's still a lot of stuff to be done in advancing all the incredible women that we know, and sometimes we, thanks folks. Sometimes we're working in industries that are, less occupied by women than they should be. I'm a brewer of beer and a labourer, and I get my ability to do my other job outside of music questioned just because I'm a woman, and that shouldn't be for any woman. So this is our open question to you. How can you do better for all the wonderful women in your world? It's called What's a Girl to Do Now? It's going to feature this thing, which probably belongs on the ground.
Just the way, and behind every great man's a girl and waits for your good, and know your place, and tell me what's a girl to do now? What's a girl to do now? Is she too quiet or is she too loud? She's a big girl, queer girl, blue girl. It's not allowed. She's been trying just to be seen, but she's still 80 cents in a dollar store. Do you take her at her word? Eyes on her back, how's she going? look for it. She ain't real till she look real good. She ain't worth a cent in a dollar store till you take her at her word. Eyes on her back, how she gonna look fine? She ain't real till she look real good. You see my rules, it's just the way. And behind every great man's a girl and way. It's for your good and know your place. And tell me what you're gonna do now. What you're gonna do now. What's a girl to do now?
Thank you, folks. That's Megan Bird on the resonator / guitar.
So yeah, obviously I was joking earlier when I said I'd calm down a bit. Because I haven't. We're going to do Free Man? So we'll do the other song that we're going to release with this one. And so you'll understand it's quite different, but it's, you know, equally as important to us. And I feel like this venue is kind of perfect for it because Joel knows our initial story with trying to get over here, and it was one of the first gigs that we ever had booked coming to America, and through all the red tape with the visa requirements, unfortunately we missed out. But you know, there's a weird silver lining in it. We missed out, and because we're so smart, we had sublet our house for a month to someone else, and we felt bad kicking them out. So instead, we moved to my parents' trailer for a month. And it's this beautiful, beautiful, tiny little town. You wouldn't even say it's a speed trap town because you don't even have to slow down to go past it. It's that small. It's like population 10.
Population 10.
And most of those 10 in the population are wildlife, probably.
And or your family.
Yeah, and all my family.
About 6 of the 10 are your family.
It's at the foot of the Alpine region in Victoria, which is the state that we live in. It's about 4 hours north of Melbourne. And we found ourselves there for a good while, and we learnt to stop. We'd been on tour constantly for a couple of years, and we finally had to stop, and that was hard, very hard at first. So we got through a couple of bottles of whiskey, that's for sure.
By a couple, she means about 37, and 7 or 8. Scotch whiskey and Tennessee whiskey, and we sat down. There's a beautiful river adjacent to the trailer park where we were at, and we sat down by the river and we wrote some music, and we befriended the local wildlife. You know, Australia has all the big scary animals that will kill you. There's a lovely local bird called a plover or a plover. I think you folks have plovers in the US. And
you have the nice plovers?
We have the ones that have effectively
poisonous spurs
on their wings, and they swoop you, and they protect their nests, which they lay in the most inconvenient places. So, for example, on your table or at your feet.
Or on your way out.
Or on your way out. So,
I feel like they're my spirit animal because they are very high anxiety and start yelling for no particular reason. It's very much me.
We wrote this song about learning to love where you are at, even if it's not exactly where you thought you were going to be. And it's called Freeburg, but we have had some folks in the US yell Freebird at us from the back of the room, which I believe is a Lynyrd Skynyrd reference. So if you feel inclined to do that, feel free. This is Freebird.
Whiskey burns to heal my heart. Loving that's fine. Eggs and beans, potato hash, a coffee pot as black as black. I'm so wound up from city life, but now we're here with no but time, but time. I remember you like a bitter cold, my halfway home. Quiet birds she is to hear, sweeter, deeper than a river. There's not much else than just to be. And sit and think and sit and think and sit. I feel a bit more right here to at my feet and the thrill. Couldn't be without your love. I feared I might never be enough, my dear, my dear. I remember you like a bitter cold. I remember you, my halfway home. Evergreen, my halfway home.
Thanks, folks. Appreciate it.
Amanda, you Bowen? Yeah, no, you're pushing for Amanda, so we'll do Amanda.
No, let's do
Whatever
the
you wanna
only
do.
other song we wrote in the course of our very long incarceration. This was written for where we were living at the time, which was a kind of slowly gentrifying suburb in outer Melbourne, and it was one of the few places that we could afford to live still, called Reservoir, and not a fancy place, but still felt like home. We spent most of our lockdowns, our pandemic, rescuing all of the stray cats in the local area. So
9 in total.
there were 9 living inside and outside at various points, and
We rehomed 5 of them.
we named them all after rappers. So we had Queen Latifah and Andre 3000, and
Big Boy.
Big Boy, and
Yeah.
who else did we have? That's about it.
Yeah, we gave up and started naming them after biscuits.
This is
Oh
a
no,
s-
we had Missy and
Oh,
Elliot.
Missy and Elliot, brother and sisters. And this is a song called Barwon Avenue, and it's about learning to come to a stop again, I guess, and getting used to being-
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
267 days of Groundhog Day, and we spent a lot of time in what we call trackies, which I don't know what you call them. Sweats. So instead of wearing our jeans, we'd be wearing our sweats. And there was this local restaurant that they'd only just started, so they were kind of a bit crushed by the lockdown. So they started delivering their food, probably illegally, in their rundown little hatchback.
tiny little car. They'd come and serve you lasagna, family-style lasagna.
They were called, their name was so fitting, they were called 1-800 Lasagna.
You could dial an emergency number and get lasagna
For
delivered.
emergency lasagna.
Emergency lasagna. It was very, very good.
And then they released these sweats that are called 1-800 Lasagna Sport. because eating lasagna is a sport.
It is a competitive sport. We are very good at the competitive sport of lasagna eating. This is called Barwon Avenue, or lasagna sport.
I said I'll start tomorrow, whenever that is, 'cause today's like the last one, and the one after that, and the one after that. I pray that it is. Not at all like this. I've got a long list, but there ain't nothing real to do. Forgot who I was while adding more before I even knew. 'Cause today's like tomorrow, it never really ends. Didn't think it'd be wish it all like this. Getting dressed up, baby, with nowhere to go. It's another day away from everything we love. So I pour another drink, and I hope it's the last one for me. Get your good shoes on, baby. We're gonna dance up a storm. Another day's waiting for our private disco. So I pour another drink, and I hope it's the last one like this. I said I'll start tomorrow, whenever that is.
Thank you very much, folks. All right, Megan brought all the instruments on tour. She's going to play the mandolin for you for a couple of tunes. We absolutely love bluegrass, but we certainly wouldn't presume to call ourselves bluegrass musicians. We're inspired by music from the Appalachians and bluegrass music generally, folk and country. Let's just call this tune bluegrass adjacent or bluegrass flavoured. It's
Disco grass?
disco grass, no?
You'll get what I mean in a
Well,
second.
yeah.
This is an old one off of our first EP, and it's about trying to do the best you can, maybe making things harder for yourself. I feel like between the two of us, Chelsea and I maybe equate to 3/4 of an adult or 3/4 of a functioning adult.
We're
and-
both over 40, so you'd think we would have,
Oh, I'm just 40. Calm down. Or I'm 39 plus. That's what I'm saying at this point.
39 plus.
Yeah. And the other quarter, my mum definitely fixes the rest, and my dad. So thank you. And I know they're tuning in right now, so thanks for helping us get here. Thanks for feeding the cats. doing all that stuff.
This is it's a drinking song. It's about doing your best, but enjoying whiskey and not paying your bills on time. It's called Digging Holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the Bucky's socks make an appearance again.
Oh Lord, I've dug some holes and there ain't no telling how much more. Keep on digging till I'm done, till I'm done.
Sorry, Joel.
Oh, now the devil did say there was an easy way, but I'd have to pay. I said, no, sir, I am sincere. I just keep on digging down here. Oh, Lord, I made my bed, save my money, some regrets. Keep on chesting till I'm spent, till I'm spent. Oh, Lord, I made my bed, save my money, some regrets. Keep on chesting till I'm spent, till I'm spent. Have it dries up. Oh Lord, I have my fill, whiskey and wine in every pill. Keep on up until I'm down, till I'm down. Oh Lord, I have my fill, whiskey and wine in every pill. Keep on up until I'm down, till I'm down. Oh Lord, I have my fill, whiskey and wine in every pill. Keep on up until I'm down, till I'm down. Oh Lord, I have my fill, whiskey and wine in every pill. Keep on up until I'm down, till I'm down. Never thought this far I'd go. Oh my love, I'm far from home. Never thought this far I'd fall. Things I changed, not one at all. Thank you. Those Bucky socks are a little too much for that stomp, that's for sure.
Please give it up for the wonderful Joel. Thanks. Thanks for putting all that extra talent in the monitors there.
Yeah.
We sound real good.
This next song is it's a song about family, more explicitly my family. And I'm really lucky to have the family that I have, that accepted me for who I was and helped me navigate what was sometimes a really cruel world. And, same for my brother. We probably wouldn't be around if it wasn't for my mum and dad. And so whether you've got a great biological family like I have, or you've made your own family, this is kind of about them. And I'm thinking about it now, and I really should have written or should write a verse for my nan and pop as well, because they are some of the kindest and nicest Australian folk that you'll ever meet.
They might be watching too.
I hope so.
They might be.
If so, hi Terry, hi Joy.
This is a song for family. It's called Cruel World.
My mother, she told me why the world wouldn't want to treat me right. I wondered why, what I had done to deserve this life. treat her right. Oh, cruel world. My sister, we said goodbye. I knew it wasn't you all this time. My brother, you'll be alright. For the first time I've seen you smile. My lover, I'll hold you tight. Never let go while I'm alive. We'll keep each other safe. Try to make the world a better place. Oh, cruel world. Oh, my girl. Treat her right. Oh, cruel world.
Thank you very much, folks. Would you please help us express our deep, deep love and admiration for the wonderful, wonderful Wiley Gaby. Again, we are so, so happy to get to have this very fun adventure with you, friend. We are looking forward to the rest of it. We tried to get Dolly Parton. She was unavailable, so we got the next best thing.
And honestly, there's only one other person that can sing Jolene better than Wiley, right? Yeah, exactly. This next song is probably the most recent song that we released. It comes with a really beautiful video clip that was animated for us by a friend, and it kind of sums up the song. There's this beautiful little alien being that's just looking for a friend, just looking for their support network, and along the way they first find a bottle of Shiraz instead of a friend, and they drink the whole bottle of Shiraz, and then they ride a Shiraz wave. And this is the beauty of cartoons, right? You can animate your feelings. Because I feel like I've ridden a Shiraz wave a few too many times.
What do you mean, instead of a friend? A bottle of Shiraz is a friend.
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah. This is a song about coming to the place where you can ask for help if you need it. So, we've been through difficult times, individually and together, and the last few years have been a test of all of our abilities to just meet unexpected challenges. So, it's hopeful that you all have people in your lives like we do in ours that we can reach out to and say, hey, I'm not doing so fine. Yeah, none of us are islands. Unless you're Galveston, in which case you are an island.
Yeah.
Or Australia, in which case you are an island.
We're like the biggest island out there.
Well, Galveston has a bigger heart than Australia.
Yeah,
maybe.
it does.
I'm trying to...
This song as well is it's on a CD that we've printed that's only available at gigs or festivals that we play at. We don't have it at our online shop because we released a whole bunch of singles digitally and didn't print them onto anything, but we decided to for shows because people were asking. And we called this short release Great Aunt, Play the Hits of Great Aunt. And
we don't have any hits.
We don't have any hits.
So it's a blank CD that you can print your favourite music on and make a mixtape.
And then when you listen to it, you can think of us and go, oh.
And then you send it to us and we'll go, oh, that's lovely.
It's like mixtapes,
yeah,
right?
you can make a favourite mixtape. You could put Slayer on it if you wanted to,
Yeah. Seasons in the Abyss, right?
Yeah.
Very much remind you of Great Aunt, no doubt.
I would like to hope that the next time we come to Galveston and play at Old Quarter, if Joel would have us, that we're going to do a Slayer cover, and at the very least, and maybe in a bluegrass style. Thank you for listening to us, folks. We appreciate your patience with our accents. We've been Great Aunt or Great Aunt. This is called Oh Won't You Save Me.
Oh, won't you save me from myself? I've been trying and I need help. My heart's been turning to stone and my eyes are dry. 'Cause I can't cry no more. I keep turning to wine. Oh, I keep turning to wine. Oh, God, I've tried. And I keep hurting both you and I. And I've been down thinking about how I might die. My life's burning like a candle I bought, and my heart's fighting 'cause I thought I would. And I keep turning to white when there ain't enough water. And I keep turning to white when my life seems harder. And I keep turning to white to make it all a bit brighter. When there ain't enough white, I'll be turning to water. Oh, won't you save me from myself? I've been trying and I need help.
Let's do it one more time.
And I keep falling from the highest high. And I get up now for one last try. I drank my courage and I shot my faith. I'm gonna need some help, oh, if I'm gonna stay. All my days I've been washing away. 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 Oh, won't you save me from myself? I've been trying and I need help. Oh, won't you save me from myself? I've been trying and I need help.
Thank you, folks. It's been Great Aunt. Thanks for coming down to hear some live music. We appreciate you.
I'd like to get Ryan Bingham. Ryan's really great up-and-coming songwriter. We met out in Marfa around the 4th of July. It's always a friendship that lasts when you meet shooting firecrackers off in the middle of Main Street. Let's try that Towns Van Zandt song.